Hello student. In last lecture we discussed about the protection of generator from the and we discussed the differential protection for the stator winding of generator. Okay, so in today's lecture we will discuss about the restricted earth fault protection for a stator winding of generator. Okay, so percentage differential protection provides 100% protection against the earth fault when neutral of stator winding is solidly earthed. However, practice is to earth neutral through the resistance to limit the fault current. So, with the resistance earthing, it is not possible to protect the complete stator winding against the earth faults. The percentage of winding is protected depends on the value of neutral earthing resistor and relay setting. So, to protect fully stator winding against the earth fault, we have to do some modification. Okay, so if we provide a normal protection, then this will happen. A percentage of unprotected winding is there, and this is a percentage of protected winding. Okay, so to overcome this problem, okay, so usually 80 to 85% of stator winding is protected against the earth fault, and remaining 50 to 20% of neutral and remains the unprotected. Okay, so when earth fault occurs at the point F of generator stator winding, the voltage across protected winding is available to drive the earth fault current IF through the neutral to earth connection. If fault point F is nearer to the neutral point, the forcing voltage is relatively less. Okay, so earth fault current IF is reduced. It is not advisable to keep the relay setting too sensitive to sense the earth fault current of small magnitudes, because if relay is made too sensitive, it responds during the faults or external faults due to the CT saturation or mismatching. Okay, so hence the practice is to protect 80 to 85% of generator winding against the phase to earth fault, and to leave the 50 to 20% of portion of winding from neutral end to unprotected. Okay, so let earth fault current IF is equal to P by 100 into V by Rn, where P is percentage of winding unprotected, and 100 minus P is a percentage of winding protected. IF is a ground fault current, V is a line to ground neutral voltage, and Rn is a neutral grounding resistor. Okay, so for relay operation, the fault current must be greater than the relay pickup current. And when the neutral connection is made within the generator and only the neutral terminal is brought out, the percentage differential protection connection are altered. Okay, so this is how we apply the protection to the generator against the earth faults. We connect the cities, and cities are connected with the operating and restraining coil, and another city is connected at the neutral point. Okay, so this percentage differential protection scheme protects the generator stator winding only against the earth fault, does not protect against the phase fault. So this is, keep in mind that this protection scheme or this arrangement only protect the generator winding only against the earth fault, does not protect against the phase faults. Okay, so now we have a fourth type of protection, which is interturn fault protection for stator winding of generator. So why we need this interturn fault protection? So insulation failure between two turns of the same phase causes an interturn fault. In lap wound machine, it affects only a single pole pitch while in wave wound machine it affects the wall stator winding. Generators with a separately brought out terminals of parallel winding is protected through the internal protection. Model large steam turbine run generators are designed with 1 ton per phase per slot, hence they do not need interturn fold protection. On the other hand, hydro turbine provide run generator are designed for a parallel winding in each phase, hence provided with the interturn protection. Conventional differential protection scheme cannot sense the interturn stator winding faults because of such phase winding fault currents at the two ends remain equal. In this case, interturn fault leads to failure of insulation to the earth or to another phase. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so interturn faults causes a high local current that damages the generator core itself, not harmful, but it leads to an earth fault. Transfers percentage differential protection split the phase protection with the instantaneous operation is provided for interturn protection of trans generator with the parallel stator winding. Okay, so this is how we provide the interturn protection to the generator winding. All the windings are associated with the cities, and city are cross connection with the another cities, and then all the cities are connected with the overcurrent relays. Okay, so this is whenever you ask or whenever you ask this question, then draw this figure. Okay, so a transfer percentage differential protection split the phase protection with the instantaneous operation is provided for an interturn protection of the generator with the parallel stator winding. Okay, a very sensitive relay setting or a relay respond to a single turn short circuit with time delay. Relay remains stable during the transient is used to prevent the interturn fault into the phase to earth and phase to phase fault. Okay. So bias differential relay cannot be used because the restraint caused by load current makes the relay insensitive at the full load. Okay, so we cannot use the biased differential relay because it creates a restraint caused by load current makes the relay insensitive at the full load. Okay, so this is the problem. So now we have another kind of protection against the overheating of the stator of generator, and an overheating of stator occurs due to the sustained overload, short circuit, failure of cooling system, ventilation failure, short circuit between core lamination and bolt insulation failure. Okay, so these are some causes for the overheating. Okay, so we have to provide protection against the overheating of stator winding. So modern generator are above the 2 megawatt are provided with the protection against the overheating. Sorry. Two methods are being used to detect the overheating of stator of generator. First one is a inlet and outlet temperature of cooling medium. Hydrogen or water are compared. Okay, so we compare the inlet and outlet temperature, and it will give the clue what if any type of overheating is present or not. Okay, so another, we use the thermistor or thermocouples or a resistance temperature detector RTD are used embedded in a slots uh, in the different location in stator winding to sense the temperature fault. Okay, so these are the two methods. Stator overheating relay schemes uses the RTD to sense the temperature. This scheme employs temperature detector unit, relay and Whiston bridge. Okay, so this is the arrangement for the RTD, and this is how RTD is connected with the relay. Okay, so we use the bridge connection. Okay, so when temperature exceeds the preset maximum operating temperature limit, resistance of RTD changes, that disturbs the balance of the bridge and operates the relay. Okay, so normally we already know the what is the balanced breach condition and unbalanced breach condition. In balanced breach condition, what we do that if all the four resistance is or we can say that if opposite sides of resistance, multiplication of opposite sides of resistance is equal to the another opposite side, then in that particular case there is no current in the uh, between the diagonal connection. Okay, so we can say that if this resistance and this RTD resistance, multiplication of both the resistance is equal to the multiplication of this resistance and this resistance, and in that particular case there is no any current in the relay. But when the temperature is changed, this RTD resistance is gets changed. Okay, and due to this change, our bridge become unbalanced, and in that particular condition current is start flowing through the relay, and it will give the signal to breaker. Okay, so for small generators, bimetallic strip heated by a secondary current of CT is placed in the stator circuit, and this relay does not operate for failure of cooling system. Okay, so this is how we provide the protection against the overheating of stator of generator. Okay, so this is it for today. In next lecture, we will see the another type of protection for the stator of generators.